You open up your email and you're greeted to this message from the official Discord support team pretty much saying, hey guys, you remember how we asked for age verification and how we needed your ID or face scanning to be able to know if you're an adult or a kid or not? Well, funny thing is we kind of doxed you. Your IP address is now leaked out. The last four digits of your credit card has been leaked. Messages and attachments that you might have sent to customer support or the trust and safety team, has been completely exposed. You remember how all these governments and we and a bunch of other companies pretty much said, we would reassure you that nothing bad would happen to any of your sensitive information, your government information, your ID or anything. It's completely safe. There's nothing wrong. The United Kingdom government, the EU and Australia and all these other different countries, they made sure to reassure continuously that this is about protecting children, this is about protecting people online, there is no way this is dangerous whatsoever. Obviously sarcasm. I don't think I need to put the sarcasm any thicker on right now, but let's get back into the main meat. Pretty much, as I talked about in so many others, what we all thought would happen actually happened. Everyone that apparently has a Discord account that apparently was contacting the customer support and trust and safety team, people that were, giving over the information to them, contacting them recently or whatever, opening up tickets or whatever, their information has been compromised. Now, Discord does outline that it was a third-party customer service system that is the main root cause of why Discord is compromised, but it does not change the fact that Discord was using this third-party system with all of your sensitive information, and this sensitive information has now been leaked. And this opens up the entire door, or Pandora's box, so to speak, that already mentioned, that all these different sites, all these official companies and stuff, these governments, they are forcing all these different websites, all these different companies to force age verification in some shape or form, either through ID or face recognition or credit card, debit card, whatever. And what this will do is they're going to have their own third-party processing system, most likely verifying if you're actually legitimate or not. And what this basically means is that some companies are going to invest in security, proper security, and some won't. And when you have stuff like this even happening with Discord, what do you think is going to happen to smaller term websites? Websites that make nowhere near the same amount of money as Discord. So already we are just seeing the absolute disaster of forced ID and age verification of the internet. I've already talked about this months ago, but I was right, and I think, this was an obvious outcome. Anyone that has necessarily been on the internet knows that, like, if you have a functioning brain, knows this was going to happen. But here we are. So we need to talk about what was not fully compromised. The incident did not include full credit card numbers or CCV codes, your physical address, your messages, or activity on Discord beyond what you may have discussed with customer support or trust and safety agents, and your Discord password or authentication data. First of all, full credit card numbers or CCV codes, pretty much it's saying your full card that you entered in on Discord has not been leaked. However, they do outline in the first, message of this that yes, the last four digits of your credit card has been exposed, but not the full card number. However, it's still bad. The physical address. Now, they say that your physical address, so for instance, if you have a physical address or whatever, that you've attached on Discord somehow, shape, or form, it has not been leaked. But I do want to point out that in the stuff that has been leaked and compromised is messages and attachments sent to our customer support or trust and safety agents. This is a big one, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand this because they're thinking, oh, my physical address is fine. No, it's not. Why is there a trust and safety agents? Why is there customer support? Well, to either get your account back, maybe to verify if your account is legitimate, or if you've been hacked, you want to get it back, all this different type of stuff. There can be a lot of sensitive information in these support tickets or you talking to trust and safety agents. And especially within the last 2.5 to 3 months with the introduction of age verification, face scanning, and forced ID to be able to determine if you are an adult or not, obviously you're probably going to have conversations with support staff. You're going to have tickets, you're going to probably have conversations with the trust and safety agents, and most likely a lot of crucial details, depending on what country you live in, for instance, like UK, for instance, or eventually Australia or EU, your information and potentially even maybe your physical address was compromised if you did talk about it in the messages and attachments. So, this more or less is kind of like it's a half-truth, half-lie here that your physical address was not leaked, because depending on your messages with the staff to probably verify yourself, you probably doxed yourself. Now, another thing is your Discord password or authentication data was not leaked. Well, that's good, but I'm going to be honest with you, if you're getting compromised like this, I think that you should just change your password regardless. I think it's just, routine, common sense, internet safety to basically change your password, especially when there is a leak or a compromised company at this point. The other thing is your messages or activity on Discord beyond what you may have discussed with customer support, trust, and safety agents. So, pretty much if you have private DMs with someone, or you're talking in servers, I'm assuming that was not leaked. That activity and stuff has not been leaked whatsoever. But let's get into the main point here. This is really bad. Because even if this isn't as bad like nuclear scenario, the worst it possibly could be, this is still a glimpse of the danger of this forced ID and age verification that's being put online, which is relevant to the next topic I'm going to discuss. So let's get into that one. Now, this is an ongoing petition in the UK right now, and do not mistake this petition for the one that happened about 2.5 to 3 months ago. This is a completely different one that was established about a week or so ago, and pretty much there was an announcement from the Prime Minister of the UK saying that there will now be an introduction of digital ID. More or less what digital ID would do would force everybody to verify themselves online, to be able to access the internet, to get a job, and all that. More or less, it's restriction, control, and oppressing people, and the real reason why the Prime Minister of the UK was trying to push this, and is still trying to push it, is because apparently it will combat the immigration problem. When everybody instantly saw through the lies, because it's like, if you are someone that is a migrant that got into UK, and you're not an actual citizen, you're not going to have an ID to begin with, and you have no reason to get a digital ID because you're already there illegally, so it's like, it doesn't really matter. So the digital ID is not going to help anyone. It's more or less going to oppress and restrict the main citizens of the country. And so within about a day, about 24 hours when this petition was posted, these signatures went up to about 1.5 million, about 1,500,000 signatures within literally a day. And it's been about a week since this petition happened, and as you can see, it reached almost 3 million signatures. And about another day ago, the government of UK finally responded. And to clarify, it says it right here, that if the petition, these official petitions, reach about 100,000 signatures, the government will be forced to respond. That is what Parliament has to do. And as you can see, it well met that requirement. It went way beyond the requirement. With almost 3 million signatures, you can tell there is a lot of unhappy citizens in the UK. And so this was the government response, the official government response to stopping age verification and digital ID online. We will introduce a digital ID within this parliament to help tackle illegal migration, make accessing government services easier, and enable wider efficiencies. We will consult on details soon. So, to kind of summarize this in easier ways to understand, the government's like, we heard you, we know you're upset, but we don't care. We're going to implement digital ID. I think at this point, you can't really consider the UK a democracy. I don't think you can. It is definitely not a democratic, country anymore. The fact that they actively are ignoring the population and what they're saying, because this is not a small amount of people. Almost 3 million signatures is insane. And I want to put this in perspective. This is just the people that are aware of this petition. Because there's a lot of people that are completely unaware of, the petition, and they would probably sign it if they were aware of it. And the fact that the government is actively ignoring their citizens and focusing on, arresting people for memes and stuff in their country is absolutely insane. I feel for the citizens of the UK. I really do. Because I could not imagine having a government that actively is this just on the nose about being a dictatorship at this point. Because they don't care. They legitimately... They pretty much said, we hear ya, we don't care. That is just the most disrespectful thing, especially to say that to almost 3 million people. So, to make a long story short, I was right. I mean, I've already talked about this in the past, about how all this stuff would just lead to more control, restriction, censorship, and all the above and all that, and that's exactly what's happening, and it's just going to keep getting worse, and the sad thing is that Australia is soon to follow. I've already talked about this, but if you think this is bad, Australia has the exact same thing coming into place this December, and it's already passed, so there's like no canceling that. So if you live in Australia, get ready for that one. And also, if you live in the EU, you have similar stuff already happening too, and it looks like it's gonna pass as well. So get ready for that one too. So yeah, that's not including other countries. I mean, obviously the United States has some stuff going on too with different states. So yeah, we're just as screwed as well. But this year, man, it is just, I never expected 2025 to be like this. It is such a crazy year with just how many countries and companies have just gotten together to really just tighten like a rope around the internet, to really restrict it to the point where you can't be anonymous anymore and have privacy. They really want to completely remove that. It's insanity. But I'll leave it at that, though. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. Leave a like as well, helps with the video. Leave a comment, helps with the algorithm too. Chibi out.